Hello and welcome to GSKP, also known as Georgia Sunflower Kansas Peach. It is January 15, 2025, and tonight we are going to be talking about Mr. Vandross. Oh my gosh! Oh, we love Mr. Vandross. On this channel, we talk about TVs, movie, life events, whatever. This is a safe place to talk about whatever. Let's listen to our theme song and then we'll get to the matter at hand.
Stay up, I feel so outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow, I think I'll chew it.
Wear a screw in the night. Yeah, I wish I knew
How much I miss not knowing.
and wear a screw
When we play our roles
in the night.
problem.
Yeah.
I wish I knew.
Hello again and welcome to GSKP, where we talk about movies, life, books, television, whatever. This is a safe place where we can talk about it all. It is January 15th, 2025. Can you believe it, you guys? We're already 2 weeks and 1 day into the new year. I hope everyone had a good new year. Happy New Year. Yay. We've got what? Today's the 15th. Okay. Yes. We got about 2 more weeks to my birthday. Yes. You guys. You guys. Oh my goodness. Today's topic. Oh my gosh. We are talking the documentary Never Too Much. Luther Vandross. Lord have mercy, child. I love. Do you hear me? Luther Vandross, honey. Yes, God. Oh, Lord, I love Luther Vandross. And we're going to review the documentary Never Too Much. Honey, when I say Luther Vandross brought it when he was yet living, Mr. Vandross was not to be played with. Do you hear me? Oh my goodness, every song, I was just almost in tears. Oh Lord, and when he sung, long ago, and oh, so far away. Oh my goodness, I thought I was going to die. Oh Lord, I fell in love with you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They just do not make music like this anymore. Mr. Vandross was definitely a loss to the music scene. Every song was absolutely beautiful. The name of this program that I'm about to review is called Never Too Much. It is being shown on CNN of all places. Not because CNN is a bad place or anything of that nature, but I just didn't see it being shown on CNN. Yes. So anyway, I'm just now catching it, I guess, for me, because it has been on CNN, and I don't watch a lot of CNN unless it's absolutely necessary. I'm not on CNN. And anyway, I guess it has been shown. Well, in other words, I'm late because I actually, I didn't know that it had been being played. But now that I know that it's played and being played, I am so glad that tonight I caught Luther Vandross's Never Too Much. I must say that the documentary was absolutely wonderful. It really was. It was respectful. It was not degrading to him. It did what it was supposed to do. It told the story of Luther Vandross. Again, it talked about his childhood and how Luther Vandross came to be. I did not realize that Luther Vandross had worked with so many well-known artists. David Bowie, Roberta Flack, Dionne Warwick, Patti LaBelle, Richard Marx. The list goes on and on. I did not know Luther Vandross was so well connected. I really didn't. I did not know it. I did not know. Luther Vandross was already well known in the music scene. He was a writer, director, arranger, director of music. All I ever knew of Luther Vandross was his music. He had been writing for many years for David Bowie, for Roberta Flack, for Dionne Warwick, for Aretha Franklin, for all these people. And he was a background singer for most of these artists during that time. He also did Sesame Street, where Sesame Street was started. It was to represent a neighborhood in Brooklyn, and Luther Vandross and others were the music on Sesame Street. It was amazing to watch this documentary to learn about Luther Vandross. This man was truly a musical genius. He really was. Um, I enjoyed how they just really told the story about Luther. You know, he funded his own shows. He designed the costumes for his shows. He put up the money for his shows. He was very appreciative of his fans, and therefore he didn't waste their money. He didn't waste their time. He put on elaborate shows. He made sure they were well dressed, and he performed to his utmost talent. He never put on half of a piece of a show. Thank you, Mr. Vandross. I like the fact I like the fact that his personal life is still yet to be known, because he stayed away from questions about his personal life, and he asked that people don't ask me about my personal life. That is none of your business. Thank you. And he's absolutely right. It is not our business. Only business we have when it comes to entertainers, only thing we need to know about them is what they are presenting to us as their entertainment. We don't need to know about their personal lives. We don't need to know who they sleeping with and how they sleeping with them and why. That is none of our business. And he kept that to himself. Now, they also, of course, they tried to delve into his weight situation, you know, Luther Vandross losing and gaining weight. From watching this program, I learned that Luther Vandross was a diabetic. I also learned from this program that Luther Vandross did not die from AIDS. That was a rumor. That was a lie. I know it's been said a lot that Patti LaBelle was made to look like the villain in this documentary. They showed Patti LaBelle for 2 seconds, and she was talking about him being gay, and that he didn't want to come out as gay because that would hurt his mother and it would hurt his fan base. How does that make her the villain? If she spoke the truth, how does that make her the villain? And I don't see how it's being said that Patti LaBelle is upset that she's being portrayed as the villain and all this. I don't see how. You didn't even have enough time in the documentary to be considered a villain. You were only on there for 2 seconds. That little bit of time that you were on there, I wouldn't be mad about that. Now, I would have been upset if I spent an intricate amount of time with him and I wasn't included. That would be reason to be upset. But because I don't know. But I mean, you were on there, but I don't understand why you would be upset, and I don't understand why they would portray her as a villain, because she wasn't on there long enough to be a villain. I mean, she was literally on there about 2 seconds when they showed her. They mostly spoke with Dionne Warwick, his band members, his mother. Roberta Flack, they flashed her. You know, David Bowie, they flashed him. You know, he was on there a little bit. Footage of David Bowie, because as we all know, he has gotten his wings as well. Aretha Franklin, her too. It was Whitney Houston, mostly people, they got that aren't here anymore. So I don't know. But I didn't find, strictly my opinion, I didn't find Patti LaBelle to be portrayed as a villain. I didn't see that. I just didn't see it. At the time they were talking about his sexuality, well, maybe it's because of the footage they used. They used footage of Patti LaBelle saying that, yes, he was gay and that he did want to come out because he didn't want to hurt his fan base or his family, as I said before. So maybe that's why she feels as if she was being portrayed as the villain. Because no one else came out and said that. In the whole documentary, no one else came out to say that Luther Vandross was gay. So I think that's why she feels as if she's being portrayed as the villain. But anyway, gladly, they didn't talk too much about that. So thank you very much, CNN, for that. They did talk about him being sick, which I mentioned before that I was not aware, as many of us, so many of us, most of us was not aware that Luther Vandross was diabetic. And that was the reason why he had so much weight gain and loss. That was the reason for the fluctuation in his weight. That's good to know. Maybe that could have been prevented, but not to be crass, but I wish we would have known sooner. Maybe we could have helped him. Later, it was found out, he had a stroke, which left him pretty much immobile and needing 24-hour care. But during all of this, Luther Vandross yet kept himself composed. Luther Vandross had so much class. Absolutely so much class. One thing about him, you never saw him cussing, cutting a fool, talking foolish, looking foolish. None of that. He was always straightforward, kind, respectful. There was a question asked about his music years ago that he answered by saying, I don't make anything that my mother could not listen to. And he didn't. And all of his songs were absolutely beautiful, and they touched any and everyone's heart that came in contact with his music. Mr. Vandross was absolutely a musician. Absolutely. Absolutely. Even in the era of the hip hop wave, when they had start coming in and crossing over, he still stood true to his R&B style of music. Only thing that concerned me was the Clive Davis. Now we all know about his little history, don't we? And when they were interviewing him, and he said, I just want you to be open to anything. I thought, I bet you do. But that's a whole nother story. We're not going to get on him. We're not going to take up time with him. We're talking about Mr. Luther Vandross, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely wonderful man and musician. Okay? Luther Vandross said, do you hear me? When he did that, it was a rap. Okay? They was falling out everywhere. We love Luther Vandross. Child, boo, honey, hunty. Okay? When Mr. Vandross said, never too much, never too much, never too much, never too much. We knew. We knew. When he said, don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? You said you'd be coming back this way again, baby. When he said that, when he said, a chair is still a chair, even when there's no one sitting there. You could not help. You could feel every letter. Thank you, Mr. Vandross. That man brought us beautiful, memorable music. There'll never be another. Never. We don't even have music remotely close to that. Nor do we have singers. The only somebody that I can think of right now, especially when it comes to male R&B artists, the only one that comes remotely close is October London. And honey, every time October London, I hear his music, child, it makes me blush. Lord have mercy. That little boy be, ooh, Lord. October London, and he sounds exactly like Marvin Gaye. He is the closest to actual R&B singing they got going on today. And I'm here to tell you that little boy brings it. Do you hear me? Mr. October London gets down now. Okay? And that's because he is copying or mimicking another absolute superstar in R&B music. And that's Mr. Marvin Gaye. He is paying tribute to Mr. Marvin Gaye. And I'm here to tell you, he does it, honey. Do you hear me? That young man brings it. And every time I hear it, I blush, auntie. Ooh. I blush. That was a time in music when people wrote love songs, make out music, girlfriend, boyfriend music, baby making music, as they used to call it. Yes. Slow dance music. You guys, they don't slow dance now. I don't know. They just stand up against the wall and hunch and pop and uke and jack. No romance. No. I advise young people, go back into the archives of music and just listen. Just listen. Learn to feel somewhere other than in between your legs when it comes to music. There's more to it than that. You might find if you go back and listen to it, you might just like it. It teaches you how to really get the girl, how to really be a girl, how to really be a man. Go check it out. Those songs teaches you how to be respectful people. Now don't get it twisted. We had our booty popping songs too now. Don't get it twisted. Somebody did some booty popping. That's how you got here. Okay? So we ain't gonna play that. We're not gonna play like that. It was some hunching and popping and uking and all that going on then too. But in its respectful place. Okay? Not every song, even when it's supposed to be a romantic song, is about somewhere laying up, hunching. Even though the songs were exactly about that. But like the old folks say, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. And don't get me wrong, it was some people back then so filthy and dirty. 2 Live Crew. Too Short. Eazy-E. They talk so filthy and nasty and dirty. I didn't like them then, and I don't like it now. And they weren't the only ones. Uncle Luke and all them. No. Trash. So it's not that we didn't have it, but it wasn't the only thing we had. When it was time to romance them girls, they wasn't playing. Look at the blue black woody. I know I was one of them girls, and they didn't play that. When it was time to swoon the women, the girls, they wasn't playing Luke. They were playing Luther. They were playing Mint Condition. They were playing Tony. They were playing Marvin Gaye, Boys to Men, Jodeci. Not Lil Baby, not Lil Boosie, not Luke, not Eazy-E, not Ice Cube, and Lord knows I love me some Ice Cube. Ciao. Dr. Dre and them, they wasn't playing that when it was time to get the girls, okay? Now when they was partying with the girls, yeah. But when it was time to be romantical with the girls, they played Luther. And are still playing right now, okay? Music. Go back and check him out. Luther made beautiful music. Of course, it'll be elevator music to you. That's what we called old people music when we were coming up. The music you hear in the grocery stores and the elevators. That's what we called it. Elevator music. See? But we listened to our parents' music, The Temptations, Dionne Warwick, Roberta Flack, Otis Redding, Levert, Al Green, Marvin Gaye, on and on. That's because we listened to it right along with ours. Try it. You might just like it. Just check it out and see. Again, I just want to say that the Luther Vandross documentary, I'm off my little judge's stand or whatever, because let me tell you something, the music in Luther's documentary, it just took me back, and I sung every song, and I cried, and I clapped, and I did it all because it was absolutely wonderful. And if you get that chance to watch it, please do. It is absolutely, it is so worth it. All the memories that flooded back when you hear the music, and to see him, it was just to me, it just took me back. I mean, I am so glad I got the chance to see it. I didn't think that I would, because I'd been hearing about it, and I thought, oh my goodness, I have missed it. And it happened to come on today, so I'm glad I got a chance. And I think I've come to the close of my review on January 15th, 2025, Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach, also known as GSKP. Thank you to all my peach trees and sunflower seeds. I thank you for joining me here. I can't do it without you, and I love doing it. I really do. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There's no cost to subscribe. Just turn on your notification buttons if you want to hear me and you don't want to miss any one of my casts. You guys, I want you to make sure you wear your masks, wash your hands. This time of year, COVID, pneumonias, flus, all that stuff is rampant. And we want to be safe, careful. Keep your sanitation stuff, your alcohol rub stuff on hand. Oh goodness, so we can kill these germs off and be ready for this spring and summer weather that's coming. Be here so we can kick it this summer, y'all. Again, to all the January birthdays, happy birthday. It's our month, y'all. We got about 2 more weeks. Actually, I think 13 days until it's my birthday. Yay! I'm going to be here with y'all. I ain't going to be doing nothing. I say that like I'm going to be outside. No, I'm not going to be outside. I'm going to be right in here. Again, I want to say thank you for joining me here on GSKP, also known as Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach. I can't do it without you. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. And as I always say your prayers. And I am my brother's keeper. And I love you. Bye.